Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. All right, let's fix that. There we go. All right. Hi, everyone. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? Let's see. How is the audio for everyone? All good? Let's lower this just a little bit. Okay. So we have Philip. He says, quick hide all, but early bed for me. Sounds good, Philip. Let's see. Hi, Tyler. Pre-hype for later when I'm not on. Sounds good, Philip. You know, I've been trying to decide how to say your name because I call you Happy, call you Scrap Happy, I call you JS, but I think I'm just gonna call you Jess for JS. You know, like Jessica, or unless you're a boy. No, I'm gonna go with Jess, because a Jess could be a boy too. I mean, Gilmore Girls, there's Jess. I'm totally team Jess on Gilmore Girls. Anyway, I'm gonna call you Jess. Hi, Jess. Okay, and Pam, hello, Pam. And Aspie, hello, Aspie. And Shara, hello. And Sherry, hello. Okay, so I debated back and forth about what we were gonna color today. And honestly, like, so we have the, Jackie. Ah, okay. All right, we'll call you Jackie. Actually, I'm gonna write that down because I keep a little note on my wall of what people's names are. So I'm gonna write that so I can remember. All right, Jackie. All right, you're on my wall now here, because once people tell me their names, I don't like to forget them, and I inevitably do because my memory is terrible. So there you go. You're on my sticky note wall here. Jackie's name would get blocked back on the early 90s chats, perhaps. Hi, Mia. Hi, Kimmy. Hello, everyone. Anyway, we aren't too far from finishing this Dragonfly, so I just kind of want to get it done. And then we can focus on the rabbit. Speaking of focus, let's go ahead and get that in focus. There we go. Wish it was spelled with a Q, but it's not. Oh. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. It reminds me, Jackie, that reminds me of like Anne of Green Gables when, you know, she doesn't want to be called Anne. If you're going to call me by anything, can you call me Cordelia? You know, but she very much wants people to make sure she spells her name Anne with an E. So according to her, without an E, A-N-N just looks positively dreadful. However, my middle name is A-N-N, so I'm a little bit biased. So yeah, we're going to use our Ergosofts, and we're going to go ahead and... Oh, server would assume the worst. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the Dragonfly. I wanted to show you something real quick though. So, tomorrow, I don't know what time tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I am putting out a review video because I reviewed, does anybody have these yet? I'm sure they've been out for a little bit. Oh, the mermaid thing? Oh yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I've already seen a few of my little mermaid shell things around here. You can see mine if you type in !Etsy, it'll pop up on there. But yeah, has anybody checked out these metallic watercolors yet? Because they are so pretty. And you'll get to see the whole video and everything, because when I do the review, like, I didn't check these out beforehand. So everything that you see in the review is like my... you know, real-time reactions. I know, right? We're not going to use them tonight, but like I said, the video should be up tomorrow. So you can see we've got these. So they've got two swatch sheets here, a black and a white, because you can see how differently, here, let's zoom out a little bit, how different they look based on what paper they're on. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure what time the video's gonna be up tomorrow, so you can see how bright the colors are. Yeah, they're awesome, Kimmy. Well, hang tight if you want to, because I'll have a coupon code for them when I post the video. It should be a 10% off coupon code. So anyway, that should be out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Oh, you'll love them, Mia. They're so sparkly. They are so sparkly. Because in the review video, like, I get really up close so you can see. You remember that gold metallic ink that I used, and you could kind of see how it sparkled on the paper? That's what that paint's got going on. So, yeah, if you like sparkles, you will love that. All right. Of course we do. I know, right? Now, can anybody hear the music? Hi, Samantha. Sounds good, Shara. Yeah, but can anybody hear the music? I know I'm having struggles with it. Like, it's a little bit more quiet than I would like, but I don't want it to overpower me. So we'll just roll with it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oddly enough, like, this little spot here is like my least favorite to do. So I want to go ahead and do the tail, and then we've got these little details, but let's dive right into it. Ideally, we could finish this today, but we also know how much I like to talk. So music sounds okay? Okay, good. Yeah, we also know how much I like to talk, so we'll see how distracted I get. Oh, that's right, we have little things from Nightbot now that'll pop up every now and then by themselves. But one of the things, and you can type here, you can type !membership. This should work too. Hopefully that should work. That should be the command for it. We'll see if it... Thanks, Kimmy! Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I think I need to put in that command specifically. Anyway, memberships are live, yay! Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's grab our dark blue here. Okay, so let's see, we're gonna get number 33. Okay, 33. Let's see, the trick is remembering the colors I use without having to look it up. Thanks. Okay, I think it was this one. And let's throw in this one. We do need a T command, Philip. We certainly do. In the meantime, get those handy emotes. Let's see, let's grab the purple. I'll probably leave it, Pam, just because I want to be able to get to the rabbit and finish it. And since I've done this one a couple times with backgrounds, so here we go. Okay, so this was the very first time I did the dragonfly, and then this was the second time, and then this was the third time. So I've done backgrounds on it before, but I just figured this way we would just do the dragonfly and then we can jump right in on the rabbit that we started for the Woodlands Colorathon. And these are on my Instagram too, if you want to look at them. Here we go. Oh, and look what I still have. Kittens! Anyway, I forgot I hadn't taken these pictures off yet, but seriously, I mean, they're kittens. They're adorbs. Okay, I'll stop putting kids up now. Moving on. They're getting big though. Big and fluffy. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with number 33. Thanks, Mia. All right, so 33. Yeah, this is the dragonfly. Shara, here we go. I know, right, Jackie? They're so cute. Here, you can even use, if you have it. There you go, Mia. Yeah, you got the kitten emote. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Let's slide this down just a bit. I feel like it's a little bit high. There we go. Thanks, Mia. There we go. Okay. So what did everybody have for dinner tonight? I put a chicken in the crock pot. We already have those. That's usually what I do for it. I let that roast all day today with an apple and some onions and rosemary. And then I cut up some gold potatoes and put those in the oven with some olive oil, garlic, salt, and rosemary. And those turned out pretty good. Can we get this on Etsy? Oh, we can't get this on Etsy? No, Sharon. Oh, you were talking about, is this my dragonfly? Oh, no. Okay, so yeah, this is the dragonfly I'm coloring, but this dragonfly is from Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest. So it's not my dragonfly. I didn't draw this. This is Johanna Basford's one from Enchanted Forest. Here. Sorry, I misunderstood that. Ooh, nice, Samantha. But yeah, this is from Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest. Speaking of the Etsy too, I've got some sticker orders coming in, so we should have new stickers by the end of the month. Just in time for the Mermaid event too. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I do it kind of the same every time. So let's do... Tomato soup and crackers, yummy. Let's see, some of these are awfully close together. Let's start with this. Sounds like one of my kiddos is up, so if you hear them, that's why. Although, Shara, I don't know that the Dragonfly is available, but the rabbit we were working on is available on Johanna's website as a free download. And that's johannabasford.com/happyplace. And she's got loads of free downloads available right now. And I believe this Friday is when she's releasing her 12 pages, her 12 free pages on account of COVID. So she's releasing some coloring pages early. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. Chicken tenders, potatoes, and broccoli. Nice. Seems like a chicken kind of night. I'm going to sharpen this real quick. Thanks, Mia. Forgot for a second which blue area I was working on. Trying to think of how I colored this side last time. I'm going to take a look at these real quick, because that was the most recent one I did. I'm going to make this bigger for just a second. What did I do? Looks like I used gel pen on the side of that, doesn't it? Okay. What about this one? What did I do for this one? Zoom that in. Well, it looks like I did pencil for that one. Yeah, it looks like I used pencil for that one. And for the first one, I don't think I was skilled enough with pencil to really know to do any shading. Yeah, that's just solid color. So it looks like I did 3 different things all at once. That's interesting. It's kind of nice to have those as reference to see what I did before. I have the books, but thank you so much. Oh, awesome, Shara. It's coming up for lunchtime here. I don't usually eat lunch, just coffee. Ah, gotcha. Okay, okay. I know, right? It's going to be so great, Mia. Trying to put together something for a exclamation point T command. Maybe Arthur Dent approves, but the real code is way over 200 characters. Yeah, it'll probably be a little bit big for that. Could do like beep, 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 and that's like the sound of it getting put in a microwave. I tried typing in the code, but yeah, I don't think Nightbot can unless it's a membership. It's a member, but still, that'd be funny if you could do the emotes as Nightbot commands. I was not in frame. I apologize. This is what happens when I color like a long thing that doesn't fill the entire thing. I don't even realize it and I'm coloring it out of frame. Because I'm skilled like that. Then I suppose we would need a not T command, no T command. Points for anyone who knows what the heck I'm talking about. What's the no T command from? Is that like a reference to the Arthur Dent? There we go. All right. You know, it doesn't say that we have to do it exactly like the wings up here. So I'm gonna grab Soft here. The number 35. That's kind of like our aqua color. I'm shaking the whole table when I do that. There we go. Okay. Let's start back up at the top up here. Okay. References to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the video game that's made. Ah, okay. See, I watched Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy once, and that was probably about 15 years ago. Yeah, 15 years ago. So, yeah, I'm not super up on it at the moment. I should probably rewatch it, though. Slide that on down. I've started up a little coloring again. So much stress at the hospital now. I've just been focusing on the little things. Oh, that's good, Samantha. I mean, not good about the stress, but that's good that you're finding a way to focus on the little things. And thank you for all your hard work there. I can't imagine that it's easy in that particular field at the moment. I think a big part of it is there's just a lot of uncertainty right now. We'll make it through though. Oh, it really is. Once I started picking up my artwork again after we kind of settled things a little bit, I was feeling much, much better. And I've been drawing and doing a bunch of stuff lately, so it's nice. Like I said, I finished up those stickers, so I may or may not have made a teacup in the microwave sticker. I'm excited for that. I think it's cute. There we go. There it is, teacup in the microwave. I'm thinking, because it's a mini sticker, it's not a full-size one, so it's like 1.5 inches by 1 inch is the sticker, and so I'm thinking that I'll actually give it away as a freebie, like a, you know, purchase a certain amount, get a free sticker kind of thing, because it's just a small one. Still, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really cool. Okay, so I think what I want to do, because since this color connects to here, these inside triangles are also going to be the blue. So let's slide this back up. Okay. And we are going to turn this just a little bit here. And we are going to start with number 33. Okay. Down a little bit. Excuse me, I can drink water. Okay, I made it 10 minutes bed before I really get too silly. Night all. Good night, Philip. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Also, the cough is not COVID. The cough is just my tonsils. No worries. Okay. Fade that down just a little bit. Go. finally watched the Downton Abbey movie. I enjoyed it. They squeezed a lot in a short amount of time. But yeah, I didn't mind it. I think the only thing I wish they would have put in is they hinted at the end of the series that Mrs. Patmore and who's William's father, you know, Daisy's friend, the farmer. I can't remember his name. Anyway, they hinted that they would end up getting together, but they didn't show anything about that in the movie. I would have liked to see a wrap up with that, but you know, it was nice that Thomas finally found a friend. One second, I've got a tickle in my throat, and I promise it's just for my tonsils, but I'm gonna grab a cough drop real quick. One second. If I can find where I put them. Oh, it's right here. Got my water here. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. Okay. All right, I'm back now. Can you all hear the music, or is it too low? I want to make sure you can hear it, at least a tiny bit. Kind of helps fill in those empty spaces a little bit. Let's see. Pull it in a little bit there. I'm realizing that perhaps I should have done these in the blue, but oh well. Hindsight, right? Thanks, Jackie. Perfect. Okay, good. I was trying out some quieter music last week, but honestly, it was making me sleepy. I need music that has a little bit of a beat to it. You know, a little bit more upbeat. There we go. Slide that down. Thanks, Kimmy. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and go back up to the top. We're gonna do our teal. Thanks, Kimmy. Trying to make sure I'm turning the pencil so it's on its flat side here. At the bottom. Oh yeah, they're some of my favorites, Jackie. Sometimes it's nice to just have a smaller selection. It forces you to come up with, you know, different color combinations that you wouldn't normally do. It wasn't until I started using Ergo Sauce that I started using yellow as a highlight. And now, that's like all I see when I do my pictures. Like I go to yellow before I choose white as a highlight. remember to slide down. Although, unfortunately, someone tried to find them the other day, and I guess they're sold out at a lot of places right now. So hopefully we'll get some back in stock soon. Got them a couple weeks ago and can't put them down. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. Speaking of yellow, we're going to grab our number 10 here. Number 10. Okay. Oh yeah, most definitely. I noticed a few weeks back that you can't get the full sets of Faber-Castell anywhere. I checked, you know, Dick Blick and Jerry's Artorama and Amazon, and they didn't have any of them. My guess is, though, I mean, they probably don't sell the 120 sets as frequently as they do maybe the 12 sets or the smaller sets. And so my guess is, since they're not getting any more back in stock of like non-essential items, that it didn't take long for them to sell out of the larger sets, you know? Laura! Everybody, it's Laura! Hi, Laura! We missed you! It's Laura! It's Laura! We need to, like, come up with a theme song for Laura. Then she can put it at the beginning of her little videos. You know, something with jazz hands, you know? It's Laura! It's Laura! Yay! Hi, Laura. How goes the mask making? There we go. Slide that down. Awesome! Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take our number 10. Laura has been hard at work at making masks for hospitals, friends, businesses. She's like the little mask fairy. I think we should all get her some wings. Ooh, that'd be cool. Actual wings to fly. That'd be neat. 15 to a local rehab hospital today for the secretary. Oh, awesome, Laura. I bet they appreciated that. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and zoom out and see how that looks. You made wings? That's awesome. Wait, really? When you go to deliver them, you wear wings? Seriously? Because that's awesome. There we go. We got nice little highlights. All right, we're definitely going to have to bring in some pink and purple now. So let's grab number 25. Okay, we got our purple, and let's grab our light purple. See, dark purple. We're gonna sharpen that. Well, like, maybe if somebody's driving by or they happen to look out their window, like, how much would that make people, like, if you looked out your window and saw somebody, like, with wings, and then drop a package at the door and then leave, like, oh my goodness. If anything, you'll make somebody stuck in their home smile. They were a Halloween costume. Okay, okay. That's hilarious. I just imagine you just like skipping through town, you know, with your mask on and your little wings and a basket full of masks to donate. Oh my gosh, please do that. Please do that. That's awesome. Yes! Oh, do it! That's amazing! That is so adorable. You are too cute. Our little masked fairy. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and use number 6. That's amazing, Laura. That makes me so happy. Just occasionally throw some glitter over your shoulder. Mask fairy, yes! Oh my goodness, Laura. I may need to draw you a fairy house. Like the Laura's fairy house. I'll wear the dress too, I'll make it an outfit. Yes! Yes, please do. No, seriously, like I can make a little like tidy fairy house with kind of like the shops, but like you can see a sewing machine and there's like yards of fabric outside and there's like a line with masks hanging on it. Oh my gosh, that'll be amazing. There's a good chance I'll actually be drawing that, Laura. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and use number 62. Yeah, I think I will, Kimmy, actually. I'm very inspired. Laura and her fairy house, exactly. Alright, using 25 now. I'm gonna leave just a little bit. I worked at kids' hospitals and we had a fairy visit. Aw, that's cute. Oh, we love you too, Laura. Okay, we're gonna use a little bit of number 10 at the bottom here too. There we go. I'm gonna grab 62. There we go. Okay, let's see. I'm also gonna grab 33. We're gonna darken this up just a bit at the base, and then I think we're gonna grab a dark brown also. So let's grab our dark brown. Number 76. My dark brown's getting teeny tiny. I'm gonna have to break out another one soon. Or, ooh, you know what? I found my other pencil extender the other day. Where did I put it? Let's see. Here's the silver one. Oh, here we go. Here's the black one. I've got a Crown Dash blender in there. There we go. Is it gonna fit in this one? Yes, no, maybe no. There we go. Let's bring it out just a little bit. There we go. There we go. I like these twist ones a little bit better. They hold on to it. Because the other one I was using before was this one. And it's got this little piece. Let me get this in focus here. This little piece that slides up and down, but it just didn't keep the pencils from moving as much. There we go. All right. So we're going to use this brown here. Maybe I'll make the Laura Fairy House an exclusive to the Facebook group. Water. In an operating suite. Ooh, I don't think I could handle that pressure. Good on you. All right. So number 6. Of course, I couldn't hardly handle the pressure of homeschooling first grade math today, so I suppose that's not saying much for me. Okay. Number 6 still. I might just need to take a break sometime to color your fairy house. Sounds good, Laura. Hearing any noises, my husband, his allergies are driving him crazy today. So if you hear any sneezes in the background, that's what that is. See, what tends to trigger my coughs is either, you know, if I'm talking a lot, something like this, or I don't drink soda, but I do drink like sparkling water, and the carbonation like will irritate my throat, but I get just so tired of drinking regular water sometimes. I should have known better though to drink a beverage with carbonation in it before I do a lot of talking. Is that in focus? I feel like it could be more in focus. No, I suppose that's good. A little OCD about keeping it in focus. Let's see, lighten that a little bit. There we go. So it's funny, you know, we're home day after day, and it's easy for me to lose track of what day it actually is. And I legitimately did that yesterday. You know, for the fact that you're not leaving the house much, going to check the mail is like the highlight of going outside, you know. And so I went to go. Before I stream, I try to remember to have hot tea with lemon and honey. It's still not perfect. Talking for hours is hard. That's a good idea. I should do that. I should do it. You know, and I even have some lemon and ginger tea. Hey, and I can heat up my tea in the microwave. Here we go. Tea in the microwave. Boop. But I should do that. I should do that. That's a really good idea. But so I took my daughter out and we went to go walk to the mailbox, and we happened to arrive right as the mail lady was there, which we walked out at like 4 p.m. So usually she comes around 2. So generally, you know, that's pretty safe to say after she's arrived. When we walk out and she's there and she's going to put packages in. And so I asked her, oh, do you have any for us? And she's like, no. And so I stand there waiting thinking, oh, we'll check the box when she's done. And I asked her, I was just like, oh, are you starting with the packages or the letters? She's like, no, it's just packages today. And I looked at her kind of confused. She's like, it's Sunday. And I was like, oh, it is, isn't it? Like, I totally forgot that it was Sunday. I had no idea. All the days are running together. the days are running together. I was like, well then. Okay. Yes, in the microwave, exactly. I might actually have some tea after stream tonight. Am I still? Yeah, okay. Whew. A shot of brandy. Interesting. You got mail yesterday? Well, but also, Mia, you're in Canada, so you probably don't use USPS. Okay, let's go ahead and do, okay. For these larger ones, we're going to take number 62. We're going to add just a little bit of this light purple to try and help create that fade just a little bit, but not much. Oh, seriously, yeah, I thanked her today. Oh, they're backed up here? Oh, I see. Okay, I get you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I had a return for my husband to send out today. It was a Target return, and it was going UPS. So, you know, I was like, why don't you just? Because I had another thing I had to put in the mail for Etsy, and so I was like, why don't you just swing by the UPS store? Maybe there's a slot, because we have just a drop-off center, but the box was bigger and it won't fit in here. Or it wouldn't fit in it. So I was just thinking maybe they've, you know, maybe you can just go in, leave it on the counter and go, you know, just be in there for just 2 seconds. Anyway, he got there, and you know, UPS stores are not that big, and I guess it was just packed all the way to the door, and I was just like, yeah, that's, we'll figure it out. That's not. Oh, cool. Okay, Mia. But yeah, so he just turned around and came home. He's like, yeah, I thought you'd appreciate me not exposing myself to a large group of people in a tiny room. I was like, yeah. Okay, number 25. So I'm just gonna see if I can set up a pickup for it, or just keep an eye out for our UPS man to see if, you know, if he delivers anything for anybody else. So I was just like, yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, it probably would. Me too. The brandy. Yeah, it probably would. I'm a bit of a lightweight. Just a bit. A little bit of that 25. Hi, Katrina. Welcome. Welcome. Go using the 25. Let's go ahead and move that all the way down. How was everybody's Monday? Today was actually surprisingly busy. So my son, I had to put together a package that one of his teachers was going to pick up for him for a classroom project, and that had to be out this morning. So my husband got me up at like 8, and I immediately went and did that. Then I had to package up the return. Anyway, there was just a ton of things I had to do this morning, and then we had a grocery delivery today, and I had to put dinner in the crock pot, had to do homeschool, I edited a video. Like, it's a surprisingly busy day. I'm gonna probably sleep pretty hard tonight. You know, it's been pretty low key just because we're not going anywhere, but it was just like, man, it was one thing after another today. That's the idea. When you're sick, it puts you to sleep. Ah, there you go. See, that's the thing, though, with my throat the way it is. Like, I'm not even sick. Like, the best way I can describe it. So, you know, all of you here know I've been talking about my tonsils for forever, you know, and, like, there was back during Christmas, I was thinking I was going to get them out. Hi, Lisa! Welcome! you know, and then I had family coming. I was like, oh, you know, I'll do them later. And then I rescheduled them for, what was it? We're using number 10, by the way, like March. And then all of this happened. So I was just like, I'm going to go ahead and postpone it. And so now, you know, they still need to be taken care of. So it's like my throat constantly feels like it's on, you know how you get like that tickle in your throat right before you actually get a sore throat? Well, it's like, that's where it's at all the time, but I'm not actually sick, if that makes sense. So it's like, I'm never alarmed by it. It's just annoying. So I think I'm going to call this week, and I think I'll probably reschedule it for like July. It's far enough out that hopefully all this craziness will have died down by then, but it's also before school starts, so my husband doesn't really have to take off much time because I'll still be out for like 2 weeks. But I just don't think I can put this off anymore. It used to be where maybe it didn't bother me for a couple weeks, and so I had a hard time justifying it, but now it's just like all the time, and I'm like, forget this, man. Let's just get them out. It's gonna suck, but just get them out. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom on out, take a look at where we are at with the tail. It's coming along not too shabby, not too shabby. So I think what we're gonna do, once we lay down this other color here, like fill in the rest of these spots, we're gonna add a little bit of shadow underneath like each of these little points here. So we'll go ahead and add that and give it a little bit more of a layered look down the tail. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the rest of this. Hi, Shannon. Hello. Hello, hello. All right, so we've got purple and blue. I think we need to do like a good green. So let's do, we're going to grab 57. We're going to grab 52. Let's turn that way. There we go. 57, 52. Thank you, Katrina. Thanks, Lisa. Our dentist canceled our May cleanings today since we're on stay home. Yeah, my daughter had a cleaning at the beginning of the month, and they called and canceled, and they're like, when do you want to reschedule? I was just like, why don't we just wait and see what happens? Because I have no idea. It's the same thing with my painting classes. They called today to see when I wanted to do more painting classes, and I was just like, I don't want to schedule anything until we know what's going on. It's hard to plan anything when we don't know when this is finally going to come to an end. You know? I'm sure all of you understand. I mean, we're all in the... It's bad. I've never actually watched that High School Musical all the way through. But we have some acquaintances that are younger anyway, and they're always talking about it. So when I say, you know, we're all in this together, it's like I immediately jump to that, we're all in this together. But that's like the only line I know because it was on a commercial like for forever. Anyway, beside the point. I digress. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Okay, so let's see. Number 38 is what we're gonna start with. Let's see. We'll brighten that up just a little bit. Welcome back, Kimmy. All right, so we're gonna start at the bottom here, and again, it's number 38. And actually, I don't think we're gonna use this mid-green. I take it back. We're not gonna use this mid-green. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Here we go. Still just going to use 38. Just going to kind of fade that in here. Well, it feels good to be back on a schedule, though. to our Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Slide on down. There we are. I want to make sure I leave just enough room for that lighter green that we're going to add. I'm going to sharpen this just a bit just because we're getting down to the smaller layers or smaller spaces here. There we go. Okay. A little bit more here. What's everyone's, since we were talking about tea, what is everyone's go-to tea? Laura, you said you had tea with honey and lemon before you stream. What flavor of tea do you usually drink? I tried a new brand of lemon and ginger, and oh, it was just too spicy. Like from the ginger, like it was almost too much ginger. Like the tea almost seemed peppery, and I was like, oh no, it's too much. Too much. Thanks, Mia. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and grab number 50. Slide on down right there. There we go. I don't drink much tea. I tried chamomile, but I just couldn't. I don't know, I suppose I'm weird about my flavors. I'm drinking mint tea with honey right now, but all day long I drink black. Okay, very nice. Yeah, because black tea has caffeine in it, right? So if you drink black tea, Lisa, then do you ever drink coffee? Or are you mainly like strictly a tea drinker? Green tea if I'm sleepy, herbal teas like lemon if I'm not. Laura, what brand do you like? Is it just a straight up lemon tea or is it lemon with something else? Okay, so I feel like, let's see. Okay, we're gonna grab a gel pen now. And let's see, we have Arteza Glitter, this one, and this one. This one. I think we're gonna grab this one here. So you can see there's like 3 greens. There's like a lighter green, a mid green, and almost like a blue green. So we're gonna grab this mid green here. And this is the Arteza Glitter Gel Pens. Okay. Should have started on the other side. I start my day with coffee, but after lunch I switch to tea. Ah, okay. See, I can't do that much caffeine. It literally makes me so jittery, like so jittery. Although there are times when I think, man, I wish I could have multiple cups of coffee. Funny thing is I actually didn't even start drinking coffee until after I had my second kid, and I was like, nope, I need it. There's no way I can keep up. Okay, now let's sharpen it here. All kinds of brands. Right now I have Bigelow Green Tea and Twinings Lemon Delight. Oh, see, I do the Twinings Lemon and Ginger. I should try the Lemon Delight because honestly I could do without the ginger in it. I drink the ginger, you know, whenever my tummy is upset. No, you're fine, Laura. Whenever my tummy was upset, but just straight up lemon would be nice. I'm gonna look for that. All right, Lemon Delight. I would probably really enjoy that. All right, Lemon Delight. Perfect. Wrote that one down. All right, so we're gonna grab, this is number 3. And I wanna go a little bit darker here. Just at that little corner, and then we're gonna fade it out. We're gonna put a light blue on the outside. there's not a ton of them all the way down. Okay. Now we're going to grab our light blue. Do you have a goal for how many masks you're gonna make, Laura? Or are you just making masks until you run out of material? Okay, so we're gonna use number 37 now. Very lightly. I just want a nice light blue on the edge. Then we're going to grab that same blue that we did a minute ago, the number 3. Okay. We're going to go right up here, kind of that dark blue like we did before. Grab the light blue, number 37. Very lightly. Okay. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is, I've made 87 so far. I have lots of fabric, so I'm making them until the end of the month. Hopefully I'll use all my fabric. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Laura. All right, let's see. Pinks. That's a glitter pink. Metallic pink. We want glitter. That's metallic too. Here, let's set these metallics aside. Okay, there's a glitter pink. It's glitter red. Okay, we want this darker pink here. And again, these are the Arteza gel pens. Every time I hear someone's making masks, I imagine carnival masks and getting very excited. It takes me a while to get back to reality. You know, you could dress them up like that. I've seen some of those like couture medical masks and they just got like massive feathers on them and flowers. Like, if you have to wear one, might as well dress it up with a little personality, you know, feathers, and my kids would probably want pipe cleaners. Okay, we're gonna use that darker pink here. I wouldn't normally use this dark of a pink on it because we're going pastel, but it's meant to be in like this darker area. So now let's go ahead and grab, actually let's use this pink here too. There we go. Ah, yeah, I suppose not practical for washing daily. Okay, what about buttons? You could sew buttons. Buttons might be painful. Never mind, not buttons. Huh. What about like an iron-on patch? Well, no, because I guess if it's folded. Okay, that's gonna be my next task. To figure out how to make a blinged-out face mask, but that's washable. Lofty goals. Lofty goals. All right, I'm gonna turn this now, just because it's going to be better for the angle. And we are going to use this number 76 brown. Okay. And we're going to add some of that brown right under here. Actually, yeah, we're going to use the brown. I know I'm going over that gel pen, but I still wanted it to be underneath where this brown is going to be. I'm mixing up fabric a lot and trying new designs. There you go. I decorated my mask with stickles. I have several so I can rotate, plus I don't go out much. Ah, that works, Shara. That's awesome. Well, you know, it's funny. A while back, I used to do, has anybody ever heard of spoon flower? Basically, it's a design, fabric design thing. You can upload your fabric designs into like different contests and whatnot. So a couple years ago, for about 6 months, I was making a lot of them. And the funny thing is so I have some that are technically for sale because I won some of the contests, and otherwise you have to order samples. But anyway, I don't really do it anymore, so I don't really think about it. They're just up there. But ever since this happened, I'm actually making fabric sales on the patterns because everybody's buying fabric. And I was like, oh, well, okay. It's just kind of funny because it's like I hadn't thought about it, and all of a sudden, like, these sales started coming through. I was like, oh, I mean, it's not much. I think I've made a total of like $9 over the course of like 2 years. But still, it was just like all of a sudden I'll get an email. It's like, oh, you made a sale, and it's, you know, like, here's 75 cents. And I'm like, cool. Hi, Rebel. But still, it was just funny because I didn't think about it for years, you know? Well, at least for a year. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you made a sale. I'm like, a sale on what? What are you talking about? Yeah, Spoonflower is great. I have like actually, I have a sisterhood one that I made, and that's the one that's been selling. But I have like a llama one, and a fish one, and a crystal one. They're not pretty. All right, so we're using this number 76 here at the base of all of these. I want to create a little bit of a layered effect between each of these little ovals. So we're just going to use this brown. Probably go a little bit darker there. Gotta be careful not to smear that. Thanks, Rebel. Here, I'll zoom out. There we go. Darken that up just a bit. There we go. This is what we got going on so far. So we're working on it. We're working on it. Slowly but surely. There we go. Actually, I think I'll add, I pulled that back, I'll add some brown here. There we go. I'm gonna have to turn this on the side. I can get a better angle here. I've made several using masquerade printed fabric. Oh, fun! The use for stickles is quite university, I know, right? Well, stickles, okay, so I don't have any, but I hear everybody talking them. Stickles is kind of like that puffy paint, right? You can put it on there and it stays raised. I'm trying to think if I've got any paintings in here that have that on it. I don't think so. But yeah, stickles is like puffy paint, right? When it dries, it stays raised up off the paper. I'll try them eventually, I just haven't yet. That's the case. I use that kind of puffy paint on my paintings, like with little embellishments. Stickle is glitter glue. They have Stickles gel now too? Okay. So then what's the difference between using glitter glue and using something like this? Because I see people using Stickles on their coloring pages. So what's the difference between using glitter glue and something like the Wink of Stella? I mean, I know it's an ink versus a glue, but I assume with the glue, unless you're gluing something down, you would like smooth it onto your paper, right? So creating glitter. You can smear flat. So if you leave it in like a little bubble, will it stay in a little bubble or does it flatten out as it dries? And you can smear it flat? Okay. 6. I could get on board with that. It depends on if you smooth it out or leave it thick. I'm trying to color a butterfly in similar colors. Oh, awesome, Pam. Share it in the Facebook group when you're done. I can't wait to see it. Stickles is much more reflective. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Well, then I'll have to try some out. I'll have to take a look at it. I think I've got some on an Amazon wish list, so I'll take a look at it tonight. I don't remember how much they are. You would have to do it, though, on a page that's not in a book, right? Liquid pearls, too. Ooh, that'd be fun. But yeah, because it'd make it difficult if you did that in a book to create that kind of texture. I mean, as with anything, but because it would make the book lumpy, right? So, I mean, I take most of my pages out of the book anyway, but that would eliminate using them in a book, wouldn't they? Especially if you left it kind of raised. Also, does it take like a full 24 hours for it to dry if you leave it thick? Oh, it flattens. Okay. See, I clearly need some Stickles lessons. Stickle how to. I think I've seen Heather using them before. You know, like color and felt Heather. You can use it on books too, but it's rough and can't color over. Ah, okay, okay. All right, let's zoom out just a bit. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of a layered effect going on for the tail there. That's nice. Okay, let's do this little bit down here. Boom. There we go. All right, we're gonna grab number 6. Here, I want to grab something real quick because I want to get your opinion on what it's similar to, because I have something that I think might be like it. It's not glitter, but it comes in like the same style too. 1 second, let me grab it. Okay. Let's see, let me grab a scrap piece of paper here. Where's a scrap piece of paper when you need it? Okay. KP just did a video on the Stickles gel. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have these. I'm going to move the book for a second. Let's see, are we zoomed out? Yeah. Okay, so I have these. So, like, these are what I use on my paintings when I want to add texture. Let's see. That's another purple one. And like this one's a silver. Let's see, that's a gold. Jen uses Stickles all the time. Oh, okay. Let's see. It's getting close to my bedtime. I'm going to head out. Great seeing everyone. Night-night. Good night, Lisa. Thank you for coming. Okay, so like this is fabric paint, obviously, but it stays raised, so it's nice. So a lot of times, like I'll use it to create dots. It's been a bit since I used it. So here, let's zoom in a little bit. I wrote my lemon delight. Okay, see, and you could technically smear it around, but if I leave it, it will also dry. Let's see, let's raised on the paper like this. So do you just smear it with your finger with the Stickles, or do you ever use like a paintbrush with it? Jen's pages are bumpy? Okay, okay. Also for fabric, are those scribbles? Yes, some of these are. So, like these ones, the Crafts for All, I had gotten a big set, but these individual ones I got at Hobby Lobby. So, like these are, this is the silver. Oop, there it is. Yeah, so that's the silver. And this is the gold. I mean, it's not super shiny or iridescent by any means, but But yeah, I use these on my paintings. It smears well with the bottle. Ah, okay. Oh, so like if you wanted to create a line, you could do something like... You're talking about kind of like that? I think I definitely need to get some stickles. Because I see everybody talking about them. Yeah, so then if you put it on its side, you can see that it's raised. That's going to take forever to dry. I use a paintbrush with clear stickles on fairy wings. Oh, okay. You can get the off-brand and it does the same thing. Okay, cool. Well, the off-brand are stickles fairly expensive. Again, it's been a little while since I looked at them. I'll put it down here to dry. You wouldn't use them in a book? Okay. Yes, you need some. I think I might have to. I mean, with how much I take pages out of the book, it's not really going to matter if I, you know, this one's in the book, but this is the first page that I've done in the book since, gosh, I don't know how long. They're more flexible for fabric? Okay. And then flatten it. Gotcha. Okay. Let's get that in focus. There we go. Oh, that's right. We were doing the bottom of the tail. There we go. All right. We're going to use number... They dry hard, so you have to be careful coloring other pages in the book. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But still, it could be fun. Number 6. Question. Do we know anybody that has ever done an entire page using only stickles? Because that would be curious. Also, do they soak through the pages? Or does it dry pretty well on top? Hearts. Okay, I want to grab this lighter purple. People have done full pages. Jen has shown her bumpy pages in her books. Oh, that's awesome. See, I'd love to have a full page, like see a full page done with that. That'd be neat. You don't want that in your book? There you go. 62. Well, yeah, see, so since I tear a lot of my pages out, it could work for me. Now, remind me of Jen's YouTube. I'd probably recognize it if I saw it on there, but... Dries on top? Okay, yeah, Pickle. I know Pickle. I follow her on Instagram. Does Pickle do lives? Number 25. That's a little bit bright. Let's see, do I have my... What if I put my white away? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the white. Reading with Pugs. Ah, okay, okay. Yes, yes, I do follow her already. Pretty sure I do. Doing a quick sharpen on this one. Oh, see? One of the reasons I don't use Prismacolors as often. Why? Why must you break all the time? A rude pencil. She used to them some. Wait, what? She used to. Then some. She hasn't been a while. I'm gonna guess that meant she used to use them. Used to use them. Yeah, used to use them, but she hasn't in a while. I'm gonna guess that's what that meant. Thanks, Jackie. Are you broken? No, okay. No breakage allowed here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, because I made that pink a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna take this white Prismacolor. Oh, I can feel that lead wiggling. Just hold out little Prismacolor. Let me just lighten this pink. Hold out little Prismacolor. I hate that when you can feel the lead is wiggling and oop, that was close. That was close. I can see a crack. Look at this. You can see a crack right along the lead. Let's see. Can I get any closer? Or maybe if I hold it up. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hold this here. I'm gonna see if I can get it in focus. Okay. You see that? There's a crack right there. Prismacolor, you make me so angry sometimes. Just don't be crappy, Prismacolor. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being a little toxic. Just wish it would work. Ignite my husband. Autocorrect. That would be ignore. I'll try again. Pickle used to make videos, but she hasn't in a while. Holy moly, sheesh. She used to do lives, Pickle, but nothing for a long time. Ah, gotcha. Oh, Pickle restarted her channel? Nice. There we go. All right. Leave it be. Darn Prismacolors. All right. There we go. Okay. Did we leave any white on there? No, I think we're good. I think we finished the tail. I think the tail is finished. What do we think? Finished tail? I think we finished the tail. Oh, I hate those cracks. I know, right? It's honestly a big reason why I don't use Prismacolors that much. I just got so tired of the breakage. I have them. Don't get me wrong. I have them. But, oh, so tired of the breakage. I'm going to add just a little bit more shadow here. Okay. Thinking if I needed to sharpen it. Actually, okay. It's the same. I'll add a little bit around there. But I think actually what we're going to do is we're going to grab number 33. Thanks, Mia. Thanks, Diane. Okay, we're going to take 33. Okay, and then I want to grab this right here, number 61. Kind of like a dark pink. You know, I chuckle about the cat scratching at the door since it's 10 till 10, but honestly, like, they got dinner at, actually, they even got a little early. They got at 5:30, but at like 8:30, they were begging for food. And it's like, really? Really? There we go. All right. A little happier with that. Here we go. Okay, not finished. I know, right? That's what I do. Like, I'll go back and look at it, and then I'll nitpick it and be like, me. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to add a little bit, like, looking at this back now, I want to add a little bit of shadow underneath this part. Underneath this little ridge here. Let's do that. Thanks, Carol. Hi, welcome. Okay, so we're gonna turn this just a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and start with, we're actually gonna use number 33 again. Okay. And whenever I figure out what color I'm going to do on these triangles, we'll go over with that too. Let's zoom in just a bit more. There we go. Okay. In fact, you know, we'll just go ahead and... That is going to be blue straight across. this is that number 33. There we go. Aw, thanks everyone. I do enjoy me some Johanna Basford, to be sure. All right, number 61. Like, her books are just like my happy place. Like, no joke. I like other books, don't get me wrong, but I think it's because I started with hers, you know? Like, they're just my go-to. And honestly, it took me a long time to branch out for her. It's funny because I used to color her stuff all the time, but when I started branching out, I'm gonna go and do blue there, to other books, it was so funny because I almost felt like, what's the word? Not like I was cheating on her books, but you know, like I felt like there was a strong sense of loyalty to coloring in her books. And so the idea of coloring in somebody else's book, it's like, but wait, why? We're gonna use that blue here too. I think the next illustrator I got into after Johanna's was Hannah Carlson. I started diving into some of hers, and I really like her stuff. Okay, so right now we're just kind of going back and forth with number 33 and number 61. Okay. Like, I just had a really strong sense of loyalty to it. I started with her books too, and I still love them. Oh yeah, same here. I have multiple copies of her books. All right, let's go ahead and slide on over, and we're gonna do the same on this side here. And then we're going to grab number 61. Sorry about that. I gotta remember to move it. Scuff streamer, man. All right, there we go. All right, let's zoom out for a second. I think what I want to do for this inside filigree is green. You know, we should do this kind of blue stuff that we're doing here. We'll zoom in just a bit, but enough that you can see both sides. So I already did some shadow here, but I want to do a little bit stronger. Okay, grab that same one. There we go. I only have the first 5. Yeah, well, Enchanted Forest was my first one. And I forget the order in which I got the other ones, but yeah, I absolutely love her books. I think it's because I feel comfortable with a lot of her shapes because I've been coloring them for so long. And so I'm not like intimidated by them. I think they come to me a little bit easier just because I've colored a lot of the same shapes, you know, not over and over again, but, you know, I don't have to think nearly as much when I'm considering how I want to color something. I think it's one of the reasons I have a real hard time coloring Kirby Roseanne's, just because his is so different. And, you know, Johanna's images really have a lot of open and closed shapes. There's not a lot of open-ended lines, but if you look at something, here, let's grab a Kirby book. Let's see. Okay, here's his newest one, The Worlds Within Worlds. if you look at his drawings, okay, so like this, you know, he's got these lines for the whale shapes, you know, he's got, you know, where the water's at, but there's not a lot of open and close. Like, you've got to figure out where it's going to where it's going to start, where it's going to stop, that kind of thing. And it's just, yeah, there's just a lot of newer shapes. Like, even this dragonfly, to me, feels almost incomplete because it's not totally connected there, if that makes sense. So it's just, I feel so much more comfortable, you know, with her style of drawings, which, you know, it's good to get me out of my comfort zone every now and then, but I definitely find that I go back to Johanna's quite a bit more often than I do others. Like, no doubt. Okay, that's 33 again. So let's go ahead and we are going to turn this because we're going to work on this side. Okay, how are we doing on time? We still got half an hour. I think what we'll do is we'll try and get at least one side done so that it can kind of, you know, it'll be half finished and then I can do the other side off stream. We'll see. We'll see how far we get. That's the goal, at least. All right, so we're going to grab 38 to start with. All right, so 38. Oh, I forgot to mention too, Mermaid is going to be happening soon, and I've got my mermaid picture. If you haven't seen it already, I got my mermaid picture up in my Etsy shop, and I'm having a 10% off sale along with the mermaid picture. So all of the fairy houses are also 10% off right now. Plus, we're going to have those new stickers at the end of the month, hopefully, and that'll be nice. I need to pull them out. I have a couple I've never colored in the Johanna books. Oh, Shannon, you should. I love his books, but haven't been brave enough to try it yet. Yeah, it's a different world, to be sure. But again, it helps me exercise my brain a little bit more coloring with different illustrators, you know? But if I'm looking for a book that I just want to relax in, Johanna's are exactly where I go. Because I don't necessarily consider the others like stress relief just because I'm thinking about it too much, you know? Part of me would just say, just do this with gel pen, but I think there's too much of it to really justify doing it with gel pen. Maybe some of it I'll do in gel pen, but not all of it. Give this a sharpen. I forgot how quiet Monday nights can be. I mean, despite the fact that everybody's home, you know, people are still working and whatnot, so I'm still learning, so everything stresses me out. fit. There. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and grab number 50. I'm gonna give that another quick sharpen. I wanna make sure I got a nice sharp point since it's such a small space. Okay. All right. Now I wanna do a little bit of a yellow highlight, so I'm gonna be adding my light green here slowly, making sure that I leave just enough space for a little bit of number 10. Tracing paper under here that keeps sliding around. There we go. So if you are in the middle of binge watching a show, what are you all watching? I finished Downton Abbey. I need something else. I'm tempted to get Hulu again just so I can do a Buffy marathon. I'm waiting. Does anybody know when HBO Max comes out? I gotta look that up. Because HBO Max is gonna have Doctor Who, and I miss Doctor Who. Just like get it for like a month so that I can rewatch the show, you know? No worries, Sherry. It's 8 o'clock. Everyone is hooting and hollering in downtown San Diego. Woohoo! Oh, awesome, Shara. I think my town is too small. Nobody's been doing that. That's awesome. Here we go. I can pop in this one. There you go. That's me joining them. All right, so we're going to use number 10 now. Okay. Oh, Downton Abbey? Or wait, are you talking about Buffy? Which one? Sounds like it's snack time for the kitties. She's been trying to do that since 8:30, so that's not surprising. Or wait, are you talking about Doctor Who, Sherry? Because if it's Doctor Who, if I'm perfectly honest, I was the same way. It was because it was shot in the 90s. Wait, which one, Sherry? Which one? There's also a little bit of delay. Oh, Downton Abbey. Oh, okay. All right, I get that. As I say, because if it's Doctor Who, it was shot in the 90s, and you have to be a little forgiving for that, but it's worth it to stick it out. My husband's sneezing. All right, we're going to try and use a little bit of this white. Just a little bit. Not pushing too hard because I don't want the lead to break on me. Doctor Who is cheesy? Well, a little bit. Okay, have you watched the entire series, Sherry? Because seriously, like, I went to watch Doctor Who once, and I was just like, oh, this is, well, I literally said this is cheesy, and I didn't stick with it. Like, I watched maybe the first episode, and then years later, I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give it another chance, and I did, and I love it. I love it so much. You gotta make it through the first season. You get to season 2, which you get the David Tennant era, and then it gets good. I love David Tennant. Do you like David Tennant, Sherry? This is me highly advocating for Doctor Who because David Tennant. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and use number 6. Enough to go nope. Oh, okay, Sherry, did you get to season 2? This is important. This is very important. Did you get to season 2? It's kind of like Star Trek, you know, the Next Generation. The first season's a little rough, but if you can hold out and make it to the good seasons, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It just keeps getting better and better. Hi, Azalina. Okay. All right, Sherry. Promise me at some point you will give it another chance and you'll make it to season 2. Okay? Gotta make it to season 2. Because you get to the David Tennant era and it just gets so much better. So much better. And then you get to season 3 and it's even better, and it's just you gotta give it a chance. Give it a chance, Sherry. Give it a chance. Do it for the doctor. No, Shannon, not you too. No. Okay, I'm officially not accepting any of that unless you've got to season 2. Get to season 2. I feel very strongly about this. I'll stop microwaving my tea if you just get to season 2. No, wait, I don't think I can give that up. True crime here too. Okay, well maybe it's Tennant. Woohoo! See, there we go. David Tennant. David Tennant. I would love to meet him. He's got great hair. Okay, we're doing number 6. I'm not going super dark because I want to be able to add in that pink. A bit of purple. Season 2. Season 2. I mean, you have to accept that part. What is Doctor Who about? Are you my mummy? Yeah, I know, right, Iselina? You also have to accept that... Breathe. Where's Lozzie? I know, right? You have to accept that the show is shot in the 90s. So at least, you know, the first early season. So you have to accept there is going to be, you know, 90s clothes. The graphics aren't going to be the greatest because it's the 90s. So you have to accept that. Yeah, you have to accept that. Gosh, what is Doctor Who about? Okay, Jackie. I got Jodie Whittaker 11th season because of her making history. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about her seasons. Oh yeah, Sherry, she lives in the UK, so it's like, what is it, 10 here? It's like 4 a.m. there right now. So yeah. Yeah, I felt like the first season of Jodie Whittaker was very political. You know, a lot of classic Doctor Who is like fanciful aliens, nothing too real. But, you know, they did a lot of historical stuff. And I don't know, it seemed a little heavy, I suppose. Not quite as lighthearted. But the idea with Doctor Who is he's a Time Lord from another planet. And he has a TARDIS. Looks like this. Looks like this. See? Look, I even have the button that... See? And it even lights up blue. There we go. Anyway, I've got pens or pencils in here. Anyway, but it's a little box. Anyway, he's got a TARDIS and he travels through time and space, and he usually has companions and friends, and shenanigans ensue. Got my Gothic alchemy coloring heaven all day for 4 colors. Captain Jack is why I freaked out. Ah, yes, Captain Jack is great. I do love Captain Jack. Okay, let's see. What was the TARDIS thing? It's like, it's supposed to be like a cookie jar, but it's like, here, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. Okay. Hi, Ellie! Let's see. Yeah, I just have some receipts in here. Okay, so I keep like extra pens and pencils in here. It's a little dusty. Every time you open it, it goes off. But the inside box, yeah, the inside box comes out. But yeah, it's supposed to be a cookie jar, I think. But I use it as a pencil jar, so it's empty there. But yeah, and then you close it and it goes off. You can see the blue. But yeah, it's my little TARDIS pencil box. I'm not a big goofball. I also have this little elephant that I keep my rings on my desk. I did it one of those pottery painting places. His trunk broke at one point, but I painted a little TARDIS cape on his back. See? It's tied around. Anyway. I'm not a nerd, you're a nerd. I'm kidding. And I definitely don't have a bracelet that says my name in Gallifreyan. So, yeah. Dotson Abbey? Do you mean Downton Abbey? Any new pics of the kittens? I did take some. Let me see if I can share them. Because I also try to frame my pictures, like, specifically. So, you know, they're outside. I can't bring them inside. For anybody that was here, I can't bring them inside because they are too young to leave their mother. So I just keep an eye on them outside and make sure, you know, they have a place away. So they outgrew their box that they were in. So I got a package today with a brand new box, and I have a little cat bed in there. So I think this one I can show you. Yeah. So this was them today. I got a new big box. I had just moved them and they were looking at me like, do your pencils transport away? No, but it is bigger on the inside. Has a huge Dalek in his house? That's hilarious. Yeah, so this was them today. I put a new box and made sure that they were in the shade and, you know, sheltered. And I have a little bed that I made for them. And yeah, so they're just chilling. They were like, what the heck is going on? Because I shifted them. But, yeah, that's them there. And they're like, what are you doing? Trying to think. Yeah, I think that's the only picture I really have that I can show you. Doesn't give away too much. But, yeah. They're pretty cute. I know, right? She does a little bit. She does. But the mama showed up today right as we were having dinner, and I made a chicken in a crock pot. Now, I wouldn't normally leave food out around the kittens because she won't come back, but I did, since she was already there, I put some chicken near her, and so it was a pretty good sized piece of chicken because, you know, but it was cooked chicken, no bones or anything. But I need those orange ones, I know, right? But I did leave her some chicken today, and she ate that, so. I always seem to come in when you're sharing kitten photos. Well, there's so many of them. They're just so darn cute. Okay, a little bit of purple. We're still using that number 6. You've never had a cat, Rebel? Aww. Yeah, well, see, the problem is we can't have any more kitties. We already have 3, and we're physically not allowed to have any more than that. So, and the shelters aren't taking in any more pets right now, and animal control, unless it's an emergency, like a rabid dog or, you know, whatever else got bit by something, animal control isn't going to come pick them up right now just because of everything going on. And they're too young to leave their mother anyway. Cats are brats. Oh, they can be, I suppose. And so there's not a whole lot I can do for them right now, short of making sure that, you know, they're, you know, out of the elements and, you know, they're taken care of. I watch to make sure that mom comes and feeds them every day. And like I said, today I was able to give the mom some chicken. And so, you know, we just kind of watch them and enjoy them and make sure they're safe and make sure they're taken care of. And we just sort of enjoy their presence because they're only about 4 weeks. And so being with mom is the best thing for them right now. In fact, they say, you know, don't be a kitten napper, you know, since there's so many litters because it's spring right now. They say, you know, just let mom take care of them until they're old enough to be weaned. So that's what we're doing. You know, and then when she leaves, if they need, like today, they needed a new box, so I put a new, I have 7. I'm allowed to say that? There you go. Yeah, see, where I live, we're not allowed to have more than what we have now, so otherwise I probably would in a heartbeat. So anyway, we just enjoy them and leave it at that. We'll see what happens in a few weeks when they're old enough and how things change, but right now we're just sort of in a holding pattern. Are they all indoor cats, Shannon, or are they indoor-outdoor? It's a lot, but the dog count is worse. Shannon! I'm assuming you have like a house with a big yard. Yeah, because if I lived on like a farm or something, I'd take them, no problem. Because even the shelters, like even if we wanted to go in and just get them like spayed or neutered when they get old enough, they put out a notice that they're holding off on all spays and neuters for the time being. So it's like, I can't even go get them fixed right now. 2 are outdoors? Okay. What about the dogs? Do the dogs sleep indoors or outdoors? Yeah, I have, so some of Nightbot is, yeah, Autobot, I can't talk. Nightbot is a bot, so it'll respond to commands, but I do also have it on timers for a few commands, like because the memberships are new, so I've got, you know, those on auto timers, but yeah, Nightbot is automatic. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and add, let's see, we'll do pink and yellow, kind of like we did on these inside parts here. You talking about Nightbot, Jackie? All right, number 25. Yeah, Nightbot's pretty handy. Because like if you wanted to get the link for Johanna's book, you could type in, I think, ! Enchanted Forest for that. The Stedler Ergosofts, I think you can type in ! Stedler. And I think that will give you, I have a hard time remembering all the commands. But you can also type ! Commands, and that will give you all the commands I have for it, which are a lot. Because like I have commands, it's mostly so they, you know, ease of access of links so you don't have to keep finding things. But like for color wheels, it's ! Color wheel. They're all rescued and all were feral. Oh, okay. Very cool. I'm trying to think. I wonder if I have an ! Johanna Bassford. I don't even know if I have one that's just straight up Johanna Bassford. I might. I don't remember. I have a lot. Oh, okay. Awesome, Islena. Do I make them up? Yeah, I can. So you can set up custom commands. Oh, the new kitty box. Yeah. Yeah, so I set up custom commands and I can set it to anything. So like, trying to think. Oh, so I had one for Woodlands, for the Woodlands Colorathon. So you could type like ! Oh, I can type. Oh wait, no, not that. Yeah, see, so commands don't work on iPad? Interesting. You know, you can't join the membership, I think, on iPad either. That's interesting. I know you can do it on Android, but yeah, that's interesting. You can't do that on iPad. I wonder if it's just a YouTube thing. I wonder if it's the same way on Twitch. But yeah, I'll make them according to, you know, whatever we're working on, or, you know, pencils or events or books. There are default ones, but you can make them so that it fits your channel essentially. Apple stinks anyway. Oh goodness. I can't talk though. I am an Android girl. Except for I do love my iPad for my illustrations. It has completely streamlined everything. Because before, you know, when I drew everything hard copy, then I had to trace it back over and then scan it in and re-edit it. And now I can just draw it directly onto my iPad and I don't have to worry about cleaning it up later. Like, it's saved me so much time. So much time. I don't think I could go back to drawing hard copy. Like, I just... yeah. Yeah, I've got the Note 9, Sherry. I've got the Galaxy Note 9. See, Macs are nice. Macs are real nice, especially for like editing and such. This is number 10. I also play video games in the rare moment that I have free time, and Macs are not known for being good for playing any kind of video game. The processors aren't great. What Twitch is? So Twitch is like another streaming platform. There are some artists that stream on there, but it is definitely strongly like a gaming platform. You know, Fortnite was real big for a while. I think that's died down, but it's kind of the same idea. Like here, I've got memberships. There, they've got subscriptions. Here, I've got, you know, you can subscribe to the channel. There, it's followers. And the rules for becoming affiliated or partner with them are a little bit different. But it's essentially the same thing. It's just a different kind of platform. Okay, so... what do I want to do here? Let's go ahead. Oh, you have the 10 Plus? How is that, Sherry? I don't know. Ever since like the explosions of the Note 7, I have a tendency to wait for those to come out for a while before I upgrade, because I'm like, all right, waiting for the other shoe to drop now. And I'm just using 6, 25, and 10 again for these little ones. All right. Let's see. Let's do... Aw, thanks, Sherry. They are, but it's the processors, Jackie. It's the processors. We're using number 3. There we go. All right, let's use 25. Alright, so next what we're going to do is we're going to do the shadows that we did down here. Oh, I know, right? I love the S Pen too. That's the other thing, is I don't think I could go back to a small screen. Okay, so now we're going to take number 33. We're going to take it across the top, just like we did kind of on the bottom wing. It's almost 11:30. Calling it a night, or calling it a day. Great to see Emily. Have to get some rest. Sounds good, Isalina. Thank you for hanging out. You'll tweet on live PD night. Yeah, I do have a Twitter, but I don't use it for any of my artwork. It's like a separate Twitter account that I guess it's just personal, but I don't use it for any of my artwork. All right, number 61. But I don't ever like tweet anything there. I might post the occasional food picture, but that's about it. Thanks, Jackie. Good night. All right, and 33 again. We're gonna do the same thing to this section here. Zoom out a little bit so you can get a better idea of how it looks. Okay, then we're going to wrap 61. Okay, now we're gonna grab this blue gel pen. Let's see, the green and pink. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do blue here. Okay. Actually, I don't think we'll use that green. Go ahead and use blue there. Blue his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and I'm done. I'm gonna use pink here. And everything is blue for him. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the 90s. Okay. You know what? Let's turn this a little bit. Let's get our pink gel pen here. Careful not to smear what we just did. Purple, and I'm using the Sleechy metallic gel pens right now. Okay. That is too close to what that is. Never mind. We're gonna grab the blue instead. I'm not gonna wipe. I'm just pressing my finger to it to try and lift up a little bit of that purple. Yeah, blue is a much better choice. There we go. All right, let's zoom out for a sec. Take a look at what we got. Take a gander at what we got going on here. Okay, let's make sure we're in focus here. Yeah, we're in focus, okay. All right, sorry I did that a little rough. Okay, we need to do, oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a, it's gotten a little dull. I got it on Etsy, I forget where, but it's like one of those resin rings, and so it's got flowers, real flowers. It's got like that gold mica. I don't think it's real gold. You know, it's just that really thin paper, and then little bits of like plant in there. But yeah, it's just a resin ring. Thanks, Laura. Okay, let's get in focus here. Now, I need to add some shadow along this area here to kind of match everything. So we're going to use 33. I'm going to darken this up. Same thing here. Going right over that gel pen. Okay, I'm going to grab number 61. Got an early day tomorrow. Have a great night all. Sounds good, Laura. Thanks for coming. It was good to talk to you. Okay. All right. That's not looking too shabby. I'm rather pleased with that. I think, though, I want to take number 33. And I want to bring some of that shadow down this way. Take number 61. Ooh, I used a little bit. Yeah, I thought it was nice and unique. Took me a long time to get it though, because it came overseas just because it was where, you know, it wasn't like absorbent amount. It wasn't anything special. It was just that happened to be where the Etsy shop was. But I had to send it back because it was too big, because I didn't know how to size my own dang ring or my own finger. There we go. Let's see. Is that good enough? Am I happy with that? Do you bind your books? Okay, so this was an experiment, truth be told. I have this one, Lost Ocean and Secret Garden done. I haven't done it to any other books, and I got these books kind of all done at the same time. I would not do it again for a few reasons. So for this one, I got it bound, and I got a nice plastic cover on it, so that was a pro, to be sure. I had the brilliant idea of cutting tracing paper to match and put it in between each page, which was nice in theory, but the problem is when I flip it around like I have been, this paper's so weak, it tears out real easily. So that's a downside. I probably wouldn't do the tracing paper again. But the other big thing here, and you want to go someplace that you're comfortable to, because if they mismatch the pages, then it's kind of like, ah. But one of the other things you have to keep in mind is that when you do that, it cuts off part of the image. Now, it might not be as much for the book she has now because she's made a habit of not drawing right in the middle, but you can see like it cuts into the pictures. So this is kind of tends to be my travel book, but you know, it cuts into it there. But if you're okay with that, then that's fine. So what you do when you go in there is you take them in there and they'll cut off the bind of the book, and you have to tell them, you know, cut as close to it as possible because you want to lose as little of your image as possible. But was it worth it? Probably not. I mean, most of the time I end up cutting my pages out of the book anyway. This book just happened to be one of the ones where I still had a blank Dragonfly in, because I've colored it a couple times. So like this was the very first time I colored it. Move that over there. Make it a little smaller because we were looking at these up close a little bit earlier. This is the second time I colored it, and this was the third. So yeah, I had used up most of my drawings. Oh wait, not that. Grabbing the wrong thing. Okay, well I can't grab it. There it is. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I tried it a couple times. Let's close these. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know that I'd do it again. What time is it? Oh my gosh, it's 10:34. Okay, let's keep going just so we can finish this bottom wing. And then I'll do the other side of this off stream, but then that way you can see how to finish. I mean, what I do here is going to be the same that I do over there, so, you know. All right, so let's finish this bottom wing. I don't really want to come back and just to do this single section. I want to be ready to move on to the rabbit and finish that up for next one. Aw, thanks. You like the last one? Yeah, the purple and gold one, yeah. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. This is like my standard Ergo Soft color palette just because it's so rainbowy, you know? All right, let's do this bottom wing, okay? So let's see, we did green up there. I want to do green again. No, I think I want to mix it up a little bit. All right, so we're gonna take, let's turn this like this. It's gonna be a bit more comfortable. All right, so let's get 33 here. Let's make sure gel pen is dry. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Let's make sure this is in focus. There we go. All right, so 33. I need to sharpen this. Aw, thanks, Jackie. Yeah, since I have done it a couple times, I always want to try and do it a little bit differently, you know? tiny fiddly little lines. And it's funny because I can look at them and I can see like how my style of coloring has changed, maybe what I've learned over time, you know what I mean? I know we're not doing this part and I already colored it, but I want to add a little bit more. Okay. I keep turning it, but it's just like what's most comfortable for my wrist, you know? Powering through, chat. We're gonna finish this little wing before we call it a night. Thanks, Nayara, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see what we're doing. There we go. One of Johanna Basford's Dragonfly from Enchanted Forest. How long have I been coloring? Oh gosh, since I was old enough to hold a crayon, I suppose. But adult coloring, I picked up my first book back in 2015. But even when I was younger, I remember we lived in a pretty small town, and we had our local grocery store would hold coloring contests, and I loved joining those, like, all the time. You know, when you're a kid and the prize is $5, you're like, yes! It was super exciting. But yeah, adult coloring since 2015. And in fact, this dragonfly here was the first coloring I ever did in her books. And, you know, it definitely, you know, I've grown since then. I forget when this one was done. This was a couple years ago at least. Maybe I think it was late 2017 when I did this one. So it was like 2.5 years after this one. No, wait, that's not right. Oh, I can't math. But I think this one was 2017 here. But yeah, so, you know, it's grown over time, to be sure. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab our teal. You know, and I definitely had moments where maybe I wasn't coloring as much, or I took a break, or, you know, it's had its ups and downs, to be sure. Okay. All right, so we're gonna use number 35 now. Not leaving space for yellow this time. It's just going to be the blue and the teal. Oh well, guess I'm coloring over that now. Haha, that sort of happened. But I remember after I colored that dragonfly, I really had no idea about different... I mean, I went to art school, so of course I had different, you know, ideas of things you could do, but I guess I just wasn't aware of how many things you could do as far as coloring a page. And so I remember asking my husband, I was just like, man, I wish I could see how other people are doing it. And so I searched some Facebook groups, and, well, the rest is history. I've gotten better, too, and I'm learning how to color skin on people, so I understand. Yeah, exactly. And that's the best way to do it, too, is just practice. I mean, if you don't practice, you're never going to, you know, be able to grow from it. I mean, there's so many things I think about now. So I was telling my husband, like, I enjoy drawing, don't get me wrong, but I also have to work a little bit harder as far as thinking is concerned when I'm doing my drawing. So for coloring, especially when I'm doing a Johanna's page, I can see about 5 steps ahead of what I know I want to do next, and I can visualize it in my head about how I think it's going to turn out. Like coloring is so much, I guess it comes easier to me than it does my own drawing. It will take me a lot longer to complete a drawing than it will a coloring, just because I have to sit and I have to think and I have to contemplate and I have to think about angles and perspective and how I want it to look and all that kind of stuff. Where coloring, the image is already here and I can just fill in the space. And I mean, choosing colors, this is my jam. I love doing this. And so I definitely feel like coloring comes a bit easier to me than my drawing does. You know, when I get there in the end and I've completed a drawing and I'm happy with it, you know, I'm using 38, by the way. I'm glad, you know, I'm glad I stuck with it and everything, but I do not have much confidence in the beginning when it comes to starting a drawing. Like I look at it, I'm like, okay, I really have to think, and it's just like I have to plan it out. I just have to think so much more. But like I said, when I'm doing the coloring, I can see 5 steps ahead and be like, okay, I'm going to do this next, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. And it's just, I find that it's a bit easier. All right, we're going to use number 50 now. There we go. Do a little bit of green there. All right, so now we are going to, how do I want to do this? Let's just start with number 25. But I suppose that's probably why I find coloring, I don't know if I said it right, but coloring a bit more relaxing than drawing. I enjoy drawing, I do. But, yeah, I think I find coloring a bit more relaxing. Oh yeah, right there with you, Jackie, right there with you. And I gotta say, like, being in this community too, and being able to watch other people color, and even other people draw, it's helped me think about things, you know, like coming at it from a different angle and seeing like, oh, they did it that way. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why didn't I think of that? Or just seeing the color combinations they choose and that kind of stuff. So it's not that you're copying people. It's just, it's making you think in ways that you wouldn't think. It's kind of like, think of it like when you're playing Pictionary, okay? Say you were to know what the person, okay, you're needing to draw like, I can't think of it, you know, just a phrase or something. And of course in your head, when you're playing Pictionary, you automatically jump to, oh, I'm going to do it like this. But say this other person you're drawing with has the same word, and you see how they go about it, but that isn't how you would have gone about it. But still, it's just like, oh, like I didn't even think about that avenue. You know what I mean? Hey, Emily, see you Wednesday, same time, same place, same Emily channel. Sounds good, Sherry. Have a good night. So yeah, being around the community in and of itself has helped me grow and think more and, you know, just explore more options as far as artwork is concerned. Okay, I'm going to see if my Prismacolor will let me use it. I want to lighten this yellow just a little bit, so I'm going to use this Prismacolor white, as long as it doesn't break on me. Just use the white to just lighten it just a little bit if I end up going a little bit heavier on the yellow than I intend, which can sometimes happen. The Prismacolor white is handy because it's such a creamy pencil versus when you're using like the Ergo Soft white, because the Ergo Soft white, they just don't blend like that, so you need something that's kind of a creamy over the top. Okay. Honestly, I think the rest of this, well, almost the rest of it. One more spot, and then I think we'll do gel pen and then add with the shading. Okay, so we're going to grab number 33. Are we in frame? Yes, we are. Okay. 33. Okay. And we're going to grab our teal. Okay. There we go. All right, now we have all these tiny little spots, so we're gonna go ahead and take some gel pen to them, but we're gonna work left to right so we don't muck it up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start with the blue Sleechy metallic gel pen. Just like so. Okay, we're also gonna do blue here. Okay, then we're gonna get the green Sleechy metallic gel pen. And giving me issues today. I really think, like, every time I have to kind of like activate it a little bit, because every time, I think it's just because I let it sit on my shelf for too long before I started using it. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. That's better. See, now I got ink all over my hand. Oh well. Temperamental little color, isn't it? All right. Let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna make this green working because I really want to use green. Do I want to use green there? I want to use pink. No, you know, I think we might use pink actually. Okay, pink. Yeah, pink was a good choice. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't color anything inside this little spot here. That yellow there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do pink here. Consider this sort of like the finishing touches on here. I try to do gel pen last, or at least where I know my hand's not gonna run over it, just because, you know, you can smear it. Okay, a little yellow there. I accidentally left that off too. Okay, and we're gonna grab our purple. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our blue. All right, we're gonna give this a second to dry. Oh, you know what? We didn't add any right here. Let's do purple here. There we go, a little bit of purple there. All right, now we're gonna grab our number 33 because I want to add in the last little bit of shadow on this wing to make it kind of match the depth of the others as well. Okay, so we already added extra blue under there. Sounds good, Jackie. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so number 33. Okay. Let's see, we're also going to continue it here along this curve. Then we're going to grab number 61. Follow this down like so. All right. Let's see, how else do we want to do this? We're going to add some here as well. Okay, we're using 33. 61. Just adding in a bit of extra to create that kind of darkened shadow effect. Nothing drastic, but just enough to give it a little bit of depth, you know? Okay, is that in focus? Yes. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I want to darken this up. Here. That definitely needs to be darker. 61. Let's see. Taking a look at it in the camera too. Let's see. Am I happy with that? I might be happy with that. Am I happy with that? Chat, am I happy? I don't know if I'm happy. You know what? No, I'm not quite happy. Not quite. We're gonna add a little bit here. Like the point when I'm by myself, like I step back and I have to take a look at it and be like, all right, am I done? I don't know. Am I done? Maybe. Okay. All right, let's turn it right side up here. Now, obviously the other wing isn't done yet, but if we just ignore that, it could theoretically be done. A little bit more up here. Just 1 second, chat. I got something in my eye. There we go. Okay. Something in my eye. Don't you hate that? Some eye drops or something. Okay. Oh yeah, no worries, Mia. Rest up. Hopefully they'll be able to get you straightened out. Just realized I made a pun. Get it? Chiropractor. Straightened out. But it's hashtag mom joke right there. And at this point my kid would just roll her eyes at me. I did a mom joke today and she literally is just staring at me like, what is wrong with you? I'm hilarious, okay? And I'm just using 33 and 61. Kind of just alternating. See. Do a little bit here. Yeah, but I hope that works out for you, Mia. It's It's no fun being kind of out of kink. I don't know, should I stop while I'm ahead, chat? Am I doing too much? I feel like I could easily just continue fiddling with this. Easily. See, that's a little too pink now. I should probably just stop while I'm ahead. Alright, okay. Stop fiddling, stop fiddling. Oh, no worries, Pam. You couldn't have known what I was gonna do. Alright. So, what do we think? Obviously, the rest of this will look like the stuff on the right, but that would easily be another half an hour, and I didn't realize we went to 11 as it is. Alright. Okay. So, here, let's make sure we're in focus here. There we go. Alright, so imagine that we're done, because we essentially are. Obviously this here still needs some, this is really bright. Hang on. There we go. It's a little bit better. Fix that glare. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, imagine that this part's finished. Take this section and pop it right over here. Thanks, Shannon. So yeah, what do we think? Are we happy with it? And then I'll finish, like I said, I'll finish that finish that one on stream, or off stream. But I think we're good, which leaves us free. Thanks everyone. Leaves us free to do the rabbit on Wednesday, so that'll be nice. Pat! Hi, Pat! Hey everyone, that's Pat! How are you, Pat? How are you holding up? And when are you gonna come back streaming? We miss you. Bye, Nyara. Thanks for hanging out. Hello, Pat. You had a pretty productive coloring night, I feel like. I don't usually get this much done in one stream. But yeah, it's not too shabby. Thanks, Rebel. Huh. Anyway. Alright, well, I guess we'll leave it at this. And I'll finish it up, and then we'll work on the rabbit, which is, here's the rabbit. Here's our rabbit. We'll work on this on Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Shannon. Hi, Belinda. We were just wrapping up. Oh, everybody's coming in now. Ah, that's right, Pat. That's right. Well, hang in there. I'm glad that your health is good too. That's important. But yeah, we were wrapping this up tonight. I know we're still missing this half, but I wanted to at least get it done so that those were following along, so we can just take that and do that over there. But yeah, finished up our little dragonfly essentially. So yeah, we'll leave it at this, and Wednesday we'll go ahead and pick up with our rabbit and continue with that. So stick around for that. Sometime tomorrow we should have a new review of the Arteza metallic watercolors. If you haven't seen them yet, they're super shiny and bright and fun. Ah, yes, Nightbot, thank you for reminding me. Memberships are live, so that's brand new. You get a little badge and exclusive emotes, and yeah. So, okay, well, I am gonna head out then. Thank you everyone for being here. It was kind of a nice, kind of quiet, chill night. Yes, exactly what Mia said. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. You know, don't touch other people's faces. Try not to lick strangers, because that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm being weird now. This is what happens when I stream after 10:30. I start saying weird things. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you all for being here. I could not do this without all of you, or if I did, I'd be very bored talking to myself and not talking to all of you. So thank you. All right. All right. Good night, everyone, and I will see you Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. All right. Bye.